You floor it and you're not really going all that fast and it feels like it's just not really that well suited to the Land Cruiser. It doesn't seem all that premium considering the price.
This is not effortless. This thing feels like it's struggling to get off the line, and worse, just keeping up with traffic. And that's just not okay in a Toyota.
Okay, let me explain.
Okay, yeah, I bought a new Toyota Land Cruiser. And I know that yous Americans are outraged with this one and feel like Toyota pulled the wool over your eyes. And you know what? You have a bit of a point, because what they're saying is the replacement for your old Land Cruiser is in most of the rest of the world called a Land Cruiser 250 Prado, which is just a lighter duty Land Cruiser. Still a Land Cruiser, but like Land Cruiser Light. Now, this doesn't bother me, you see, so I went into the folks at Forbes Waterloo Toyota, who, by the way, were brilliant, top-notch dealer experience, and picked up this new Land Cruiser trim.
Is that a video?
That's the middle one, with the 80 Series 5 headlights. Yes, it was expensive, really expensive. But I put it to you that this isn't actually overpriced compared to its competitors. Well, at least currently it isn't, because with all the freedom and liberty that's happening in the USA right now, I don't actually know how long that's true. But right now, if you compare it to a similarly spec'd Wrangler or Defender or Bronco, you'll find that they're all within a few grand of each other. So it's simply a choice you make because you value the fact that, for example, it has better highway manners than a Wrangler. It's quieter and more luxurious to drive than a Bronco, and can tow more than both of those, and has more off-road features and torque than a pricier Defender. And even though in the US the Lexus GX isn't that much more expensive than the Land Cruiser and maybe is a better buy with its V6 and luxury stuff, in Canada it's $10,000 more expensive. So for me, the Land Cruiser wins. Now I just have to convince James of that fact.
So you see, it's not overpriced, it is correctly priced.
I can't believe you just abused your powers as, like, producer of Throttle House to do an extravagant voiceover instead of just saying, you broke it, you buy it.
No. Okay, no, I did break it.
Yes.
And then I bought one. I see how that, yeah.
Did Toyota USA make you do that?
No, they did not. I just really, was impressed that it got us home after breaking, and therefore I bought one because I wanted one.
Okay.
Yes.
That I understand.
Yes.
But what I don't understand is when I talk to you about Land Cruisers, actually, correction, when you talk to me all the time.
I'm talking at you.
About Land Cruisers.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
Look, car people, we have to put up with each other.
Yeah.
You talk about the 70 series.
Yes.
The timeless, classic-looking icon.
It's so sick.
The Australians buy still.
You can still get them. They've been around for, deserts, jungles, the whole thing.
Right, so why did you buy this?
I didn't, I leased it.
Same thing. Why did you get this?
Because I wanted one.
Right, but why not get a 70 series?
I did get a 70 series.
Okay, so this is called a 70 series here.
No, this is a 250 Prado. Please keep up. I also bought a 70 series.
You bought 2 Land Cruisers.
Yes.
Why?
Because I wanted a 70 series, and I also needed a new vehicle. But I just really wanted a 70 series. I panicked and I bought both.
Okay, so what is this?
This is a 70 series Prado, which means that it's actually the original ancestor to the new one.
Oh, okay.
Which means that this is a 4-cylinder turbo diesel with coil springs.
So the 4-cylinder turbo thing is what's continued.
Yes.
All right.
You see? It all makes sense.
I'm seeing the mental gymnastics that you're taking.
I took our old versus new series quite literally.
This is the first time that an old versus new series is owned, both cars owned by one of us. The Subaru was my old WRX.
Yes.
The 4Runner was our 4Runner.
Yeah.
But you decided you want to own the means of production.
That's right. So this is a KZJ78.
All right, and this is a Japanese import.
This is a Japanese import. So Fawaz at Eclection Auto
Yeah.
found this for me and imported it. after I got back from Costa Rica, I was addicted to 70 Series Land Cruisers.
So that explains that.
And I was hunting for one with him at the auctions, as you do. But then he came across this one, which is actually owned by a friend of the dealer that he works with. I don't know. So we just bought it used. This, in my hands, landed here, 26 grand Canadian.
Oh, so you beat my Century by $2,000.
That's a pretty good price for how much, like, come on.
I'll let the audience decide
Come on.
which one's more car.
Which one's more cool? That's what mattered.
I still think the Century's
How
got
many
that. I don't think you
kilometers?
want to play that.
How many kilometers do you have in your Century?
50,000 now.
Oh, I win. You see, because I have 341,000 kilometers on this.
That's quite a lot.
That's quite a lot indeed.
That's
but
not- yeah.
it's a 70 series, and it goes forever.
It doesn't sound that good, does it, the engine? Which is also in line with the new one. Is it powerful?
Oh,
Come on, give us a kick. Okay, I heard the change.
yeah.
I can't really feel the change.
No, it's about torque. It's about torque. It's a torquey little engine.
What,
Right.
when you were between 5 and 10 miles an hour? I didn't feel anything there.
Yes, literally that.
Oh, because of, like rock crawling?
Yes. And it has a low range
You
gearbox.
are never going to rock crawl this in your life.
Yes, I am. Okay, I don't know. We'll see.
What does the license plate say?
It says LARP 4x4.
Right, which I respect you a lot for, because that's owning the fact
Yes.
that you're an absolute.
Yes, for those that don't know, LARP stands for live action role play. I am LARPing off-roading. Yeah.
Yeah, which is why this thing is so tall and narrow.
Yeah. It's a desert spec. It's never going to see a desert, ever.
How old is it? Because it looks like it's from the 70s.
Well, that's the best part about it. It's a 94.
Wow.
Because they looked the same for years and years. All the parts that would go on one from 15 years earlier are exactly the same.
Yeah, this is an old looking 94 in here. Although I see that you've resto modded it.
That's right. It's a resto mod.
It's got CarPlay.
It's got CarPlay.
Which is more than like a $200,000 new electric GM has.
Yeah, that's their fault. They're
Yeah.
dumb. Yeah.
I like the door cards a lot.
Actually, the seats are that fabric.
Oh.
Yeah. So the previous owner put a leather.
Oh, you don't want to take the covers off?
Well, I figured. I mean, they're currently on and they're comfy, so I may as well just use them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's lots of like cool little Japanese secrets in here.
Oh, you've started smoking.
Where did you get that?
It was in the door.
What do you mean it was in?
It's
the
in Japanese though.
This
is a lighter from the previous
I didn't know
owner.
that was there. Listen, the car doesn't smell smoky, so that's good.
That's the diesel smell taking over instead.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's a stinky diesel.
All right, how does it drive?
It drives.
Be honest.
It drives.
David Beckham, be honest.
Be honest. Listen. Here's the thing.
It trundles.
It trundles very much. I'm a guy who is all about driving dynamics and what things feel like.
We're bobbing a bit, aren't we?
Ignore that.
Yeah.
I don't care how this drives.
That seems very convenient.
Because for me, this is a car that is all about getting to a destination. So between the beginning and the end of the destination, it's going to make lots of noises. It's going to toss you back and forth over the bumps. But you know what? It's going to get you there, and that's the whole purpose of this vehicle. It's a Land Cruiser. It will get you there and get you home, and I ignore that noise. I just love the fact, I don't care how it drives, but to be perfectly honest, it's got a solid front axle, so it does wander a little bit in the front. It's a bit scary on the highway if there is a cross breeze at all, which there is almost at all times, and it doesn't have very much power at all. Merging onto the highway is a bit of a thing. It will cruise at 110 kilometers an hour just fine, right? But if you go near a truck, you'll get sucked into it and then blown away as you go.
Does it have save? It's 90s. Is that an airbag?
No, there's no airbags, or traction control, or anti-lock brakes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And the roll structure is really strong.
It's weak.
Really, I could use this A-pillar as a toothpick.
Could it be had in a manual?
You could, but I actually wanted an automatic because I plan on off-roading it in my dreams.
I was going to say, you planning on off-roading it will be a true statement for the entire time you own this.
I'm gonna prove everybody wrong. I'm gonna take this thing on a wicked adventure one day.
Why is there a boost gauge?
That's not a boost gauge, that's an EGT gauge, exhaust gas temperature. On the recommendation of the forums, I have installed that because this engine, which is called the 1KZ engine, is a very, very good Toyota turbo diesel. It's been in a lot of cars, including the Hilux, and it goes forever, unless you work it too hard and you might crack the head. So as long as you watch the exhaust gas temperatures and make sure that they're okay, maybe do some cooling modifications, it will go forever, as is evidenced by the 341,000 kilometers.
Pretty good though. So okay, so let me just get this straight.
Yeah.
This was the Prado.
Yes.
Which means it's smaller than the normal Land Cruiser at the time?
So, well, no. Yes. No, yes. So, there's a 70 series and then the regular Land Cruiser.
Right.
Then they made the 70 series Prado, which originally, when they marketed this particular one, they marketed it to like everyday lifestyle people. Because the regular 70 series with leaf springs and a bigger engine was actually for utility.
Wait,
carrying
so
heavy
they
loads
knew this was
off-road.
for LARPers back then?
Yes,
They were
did, yeah.
thinking of you one
They
day.
wondered Thomas is going to
Baby
have this
Thomas.
in Canada. But no, this is a vehicle designed to have all of the nice attributes of the 70 series, but ignore the vibrations at idle, that's a diesel thing. But
Look at that little thing flipping around.
that's my manual transfer case. But it has a softer ride and a more economical engine.
Okay, I'm sold.
Are you?
I'm sold.
Nice.
Look, if I didn't, it would be pot calling kettle black. Quirky import from Japan, doesn't really use for main use case. But
you are not driving around heads of state.
Yes.
So you don't need a Toyota
So
Century.
I get the passion
Yes.
purchase, and I get that it's not actually a crazy amount of money to spend.
No.
So I'm in.
Isn't it cool?
Here's where I'm confused.
Okay.
Why did you get the new one as well?
All right, let me explain. Ignore the fart noise.
Okay, I'm in it, and I
Yeah.
still don't know why you got this. If you already have, correct me if I'm wrong, a more hardcore, more dedicated Land Cruiser.
Yes.
So this is the LARPer of the LARPer.
Yes.
It's LARPception. Why? If this is the family vehicle, which I assume it is,
It is a family vehicle.
Congratulations,
yeah.
by the way, I love
Yes,
it.
yes, thank you
Beautiful
very much.
child.
Yeah.
why didn't you get something that was more car-y?
Because it's so sick. Look at it from the,
That's not
look at it from the outside. Look at this thing. It's so cool, James. Okay, here's the thing. I hate crossovers. I hate SUVs that are big for the sake of being big. If I was going to scale up my vehicle, which I wanted to do because my wife has an A4, which is already a small car. If I was going to scale up one of the vehicles in my driveway, I couldn't bring myself to do anything but an authentic body-on-frame truck-like object.
I see. And so that led you to the soft-roader class.
Yes. Wait. This is not a soft-roader class.
It's a soft-roader
This
class.
is not a.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yes,
a.
100% is. This, the
This
Defender.
is a proper. Now
Okay.
the Defender is a unibody. This is a.
I'll meet you. I'll meet you. This splits the difference between a Defender and a Bronco. How's
The
that?
difference. No, this is just as capable as a Bronco in every single way, and
Yeah.
look how sick it is from the outside. Look how sick it is. I love this thing so much. I seriously, genuinely love it.
Okay, so the engine.
Yeah. Yes. It makes a really horrible noise.
And we've decided it's quick enough.
I think it's more than quick enough.
Incorrect.
No. It's more than quick enough for the way that you drive this vehicle. Stop trying to drive it like an RSQ8. Okay?
I'm driving it.
Just chill. Feel the torque. A little bit of foot down. Feel that EV assistance. There you go. That's it. You see that? That's where it's at home. It's about torque, not horsepower, just like the old one.
And how is the economy now you've lived with
It's
it?
horrible.
It's horrible.
Yes, yeah,
Okay,
no.
well, let's get, because you've lived with it now for a
Yes,
while.
yes.
What's wrong? What is actually?
There are a few things that are genuinely wrong with this car that Toyota got completely wrong. Number one, the fuel tank is a thimble.
Right.
It's way too small. It's like 60 something liters, which makes no sense, which means that even if you're driving it super economically, you get like 400 and something kilometers out of a tank. Absolutely unacceptable. So unacceptable that people are already designing aftermarket fuel tanks for this that are going to replace the spare tire under the car to add an extra 40 liters to it.
Okay.
Which if I was going to use this as an overlander, which people are doing, I would have to do that.
If you were to
Which
use
I'm not going to be fair.
Yeah.
Because
If you
I've
were
got
to
my
use-
other overlander,
Which
right?
you're also never going to use as an overlander.
No, I will,
But if
I
you
will, I
had
will.
an even more serious one
Yeah.
than that.
Then I would definitely overland.
Okay, so what else is wrong?
There's not enough storage in here. There's not enough storage in the interior of this car. And you don't realize it until you own it. There's nowhere to put anything. And since I got the premium trim because I wanted the cooled seats and all of the stuff, I have this stupid cool box which takes up half of my glove box storage, which is really annoying. And this massive wireless charging pad, which all it does is make my phone hot, is taking up 90% of the center console. I've had to resort to Amazon sunglass holders. Okay? That's not
a
okay.
lot of attitude to that clip.
That's not okay. Other than that, it's been pretty perfect.
Yeah, how's the interior? Does the CarPlay always work?
CarPlay always works. It's got proper climate control buttons.
Yeah.
This has got a proper hand thing. Everything that should be a button is a button.
Okay.
Absolutely everything is perfect in that way.
Considering you never are going to overland either of these two, how do you decide which one you're driving that day?
Well, this is my daily. I take it out to do everything in.
Right.
The other one I treat like a classic. And when I go on sick overland off-road adventures in deserts, that's the one that I will take.
I wouldn't take that one because it's so tall. On the dunes, you just die.
No, you don't. But you go slowly or you go around them. It's to get from A to B, not to do like jumps.
Anything in between A and B.
Yes.
It's just like, as long as the A to B path is safe and slow and there's no wind.
Yes, then it's perfect.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Did you entertain the idea of a more normal car to offset, to contrast the classic?
Well, so here's the thing. The truck that used to be in my driveway, the F-150, that now our production manager Joey is driving all the time, I lost some of the utility of not having a pickup, and I started to feel it by only having the M2.
Right, yeah, because this is an M2 replacement.
This is the M2 replacement. And there's a lot of space in the back.
Yeah.
And even with the batteries in the back, which take up some of the space.
It makes it quite a high.
Makes it quite high. There's still a ton of storage. And, little known fact, the batteries aren't actually that big. All around the batteries in the back are storage compartments that you can use to hold stuff.
Okay.
So it's not totally wasted space. And I found in the winter, great weight distribution, handling characteristics are surprisingly good, and there's extra weight over the rear wheels. So that, coupled with these tires, this thing's a tractor in the snow. I love driving it this winter.
Okay, well,
I've got my reasons.
It's also, there's something not quite stock about the wheels and some of the things.
Yes.
Why don't we jump out and have a look at what you've done to these cars?
Okay. They look pretty good together, don't they?
They do.
Yeah?
They do.
Why are you saying they do? What does that mean?
The two things that stand out to me. One is, wow, that's really tall compared to this.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And two, this tan color, which I was such a fan of, next to that tan color.
Okay, so here's what happened.
This is a baby poop.
No, here's what happened.
Yeah.
I wanted the tan one because I think it's so cool. When that's not here, this looks great. But then I wrapped that one tan, I'll tell you about that in a second, and that's actually tan. And now this, as a person who has a new baby that's doing poos, that is baby poo colored.
However,
Still love it though.
However, it does look cooler somehow than the one I'm used to. So,
and that is because this thing comes stupidly on the premium trim comes on 20-inch whatever wheels with dumb road tires for economy.
Right, so it just looks like a normal car.
Horrible. Also, the ride is worse. So that literally, actually, before I finished my first tank of fuel, I bought some Method wheels and these Toyo Open Countries.
It looks cool. It's good.
I went cheeky with the offset. So if you look at it from the front, you get just a bit of poke, right? So I went a little aggressive, and it looks so much better. It's insane.
I noticed there's a lot of things that are going on to just improve the looks. Anyway.
Oh, it matters.
It comes with the roof rack?
No, you can option it with it, and then I forgot to do that. So I had to go to the dealership and buy the roof rack because I really wanted it. It was $2,000.
And this is already not a cheap thing. I'm glad you leased it.
Yeah.
Because this seems ostensibly like a huge spend.
Yeah, but I mean, lease payment.
And you switch this for the M2.
Exactly, not so bad.
And this
was not even really that much money, and all of the modifications. Okay, so
this is modded.
Yes, I will walk you through this.
Those headlights.
I did that myself.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure I love them, but it was always available.
I like them.
Okay, well, we love them.
Yeah.
This is on big 33-inch wheels, obviously not stock. It's on a ridiculously tall lift, obviously not stock. This is the narrow body version. So it's got the kind of classic smooth.
It's very narrow.
It's cool looking.
Yeah.
You can get one with flares, right? obviously aftermarket bumpers, front and back. I did not do that. And I did this though. I put these Coastal Offers, a Canadian company, make these rock sliders, which double as steps because otherwise it was impossible to get into because it's so high.
Yeah.
And it was black. So when it was found, it was black already, but it needed to be touched up. A few spots here and there. For 300,000 kilometers, quite a clean chassis.
It's not rusty?
No, there's like some surface rust here and there.
There's so much room in that.
But nothing catastrophic. It's fine. However, it was repainted in its entirety. So here's the funny story. It was given to a Japanese man who was there to just do the touch-ups. And then Fawaz showed him the YouTube channel, Throttle House.
Yeah.
And he said, "Whoa, pressure." And he repainted the whole car.
Without you didn't ask him?
Didn't ask him to do it. The entire car was repainted.
Wait, so underneath this wrap
is a completely fresh black paint job. Actually, if you open the door, you can see how nice and smooth and brand new the paint is.
So almost, you probably, yeah, I would have hesitated about wrapping it.
Well, I always wanted a tan one, couldn't find a tan one. So
well,
I was like,
got to.
I got to. So I wrapped it tan anyways. In my mind, I've now protected it. Limitless Wraps did the wrap. They did a fantastic job, as they always do. And I think it looks friggin' awesome.
And there's a rooftop tent that you'll never use, apart from in the garden.
And right now, because I'm going to show it to you. So yeah, I put that, whatever this is, front runner rack on, and then iKamper, this company, they're a South Korean company.
Yeah.
They sent this to me, and it's a really, really cool. Remember the tent that we slept in?
Yeah.
Remember how horrible it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was half the horrible.
I was half the horrible, but this is a big one. I could have slept really far away from you. Let me show you.
Oh, that would have been good.
Okay.
Why is it called iKamper? Is it half digital?
I don't know. Okay, gotta get up here. Ugh. It's quite a thing.
Yeah, it's quite a thing. It's the only thing you're gonna do with this. So
I'm going places with this thing.
yeah.
So I gotta do this rock climbing move to get to this one.
If in 2 years, I give him 2 years. If in a 2-year span we don't see a photo of Thomas in the Canadian outback, sleeping in this tent,
Canadian outback.
then
What is that?
this has all been. Actually, if you do that, you're gonna have to change the plate. It will just be 4x4.
It's taking me back to my rock climbing days here.
Oh yeah, squeeze in that there was a rock climbing day. Yeah.
Okay, so I did that. All right, now we do this.
That's the thing you're gonna pee off in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's what I did. What's making that noise? Who knows? Okay, so there we go. So there's that there. So that just opens it up entirely. Oh, you gonna go set up the rest? You know what you're doing?
No.
Okay.
To both of those. There's a world map.
Isn't that cool?
So you can look at all the places you're never gonna take it.
Saw that coming a mile away. Okay, so this is the Skycamp 3.0. It's absolutely massive. It can fit like 4 people. There's only 3 people in my family currently, but there's like, farting is totally allowed, basically.
It's irrelevant.
In
You
this tent.
won't use it.
I'm gonna go camping, I promise.
Let's use it now. Let's conclude your car purchases
In the tent?
in the tent. And that way you can at least say you've used it once.
Okay, can I finish just setting up real quick?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so you bought one real toy and one sort of toy.
What are these if not toys?
No, I agree.
Like, look at this. Look how good. It's got a map, and you can put lights in here, and there's windows and a skylight out. Like, this is a toy. It's fun. It's just for fun.
I think the audience will understand and appreciate the 70 series more.
You think so?
Yeah, right now they're all sitting there going, cool, but the new one's still really expensive, sounds crap, goes
I've
slow.
made my case for it. I love it so far. I've had no issues. And if it proves to be reliable long term, then it gets that check mark of being a Land Cruiser.
Okay.
But we don't know yet. I could be proven wrong. It's just the way of the world.
And you've already said it's priced fine, so.
It is priced fine, I'm telling you.
All right, fine. I get it.
This is...
I like it. And you're right, it fits you. It's gentle. And the Prado is a gentle word.
What? No,
You know,
no.
I'd picture
It's
on
like
Beverly
70
Hills.
series. It's a 70.
Yeah.
It's rugged.
The Devil Drives Prado.
No.
It's the sequel.
Okay, listen. Maybe I would have been okay with a full fat 70 series with the leaf springs and everything, but this was cheaper. and it still looks so sick.
Are you going to get a sticker that says my other car is a Land Cruiser?
On my Land Cruiser?
On both of them.
I should do that, yeah. Anyway, we should probably just, kick it up for the night here, right? Just take advantage of this.
No, I'm never sharing a tent with you overnight ever again. Even if this tent top was the severed floor, I wouldn't share a tent with you again.